Fate, is this video your fate? If so, what does this fate mean in reality? Who decides our fate? Can we change it? Fate is something we often rely on to make peace with ourselves, and sometimes to blame ourselves as well. From a young age, we are constantly exposed to the concept of fate in our surroundings. Often, when we face difficult situations, people around us tell us to think of it as fate, to calm down, and to move forward. Looking at fate from a religious perspective, we see different interpretations across various belief systems. Many religions offer ways to cope with fate. There are also two types of people who accept fate in different ways: hard determinists and soft determinists. As the names suggest, hard determinists believe that everything is fated, and nothing can change that. According to this view, whatever is destined to happen will happen, and we must go through it. In contrast, soft determinists, as their name implies, are more flexible. They believe everything is connected to fate, but they also think that, with effort, we can change our fate if we choose to do so. When we say that fate is behind everything, does that mean humans have no ability to make decisions on their own? Are we simply following a path that has been laid out for us? Is everything governed by fate? How do we make decisions? These are questions that neuroscientists and philosophers have explored in detail. In the 1980s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet conducted studies on how we make decisions in our brains. Using various devices like ECG machines, Benjamin Libet found that our brains make decisions about 500 milliseconds before we consciously think about them and act on them. To put it simply, if we walk into a store, see a shirt we like, and reach out to buy it, our brain has already decided to make that purchase 500 milliseconds before we consciously decide to act. This discovery led some people to argue that humans don't have free will, since our decisions are made in our subconscious mind before we even become aware of them. For some, this was connected to the idea of fate, that everything is already decided. In response, neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky conducted another study, and he argued that none of our decisions are entirely within our control. If that's true, then who controls our decisions? And how do we make decisions? So, if fate and various external factors influence our decisions, does that mean we can never change our fate? Actually, we can. There are many examples, both around us and in our own lives, where we've overcome fate through our desires. For instance, humans are born with the ability to walk, which could be considered fate, but our desire to travel faster led us to invent bicycles, cars, and planes. These inventions allowed us to transcend the natural limits of our physical bodies. Thus, our desires can shape and even change what we call fate. If we look at it scientifically, we also find that chaos theory and the butterfly effect demonstrate how small events can have large, unpredictable consequences. For example, the outbreak of World War I was triggered by a seemingly trivial event, a car turning left instead of right. Similarly, the COVID-19 pandemic began in China, and it forced the entire world into lockdown, drastically altering the course of many lives. This shows that everything happening around us influences our decisions and our fate in ways we may not even understand. The butterfly effect suggests that even a small action, like the flap of a butterfly's wings, could potentially cause a massive event, such as a hurricane on the other side of the world. This concept highlights how unpredictable and interconnected everything is. Even if we could study everything about a person, every event, every decision, using advanced technology, we still wouldn't be able to predict their exact fate. We might eventually develop sophisticated systems to forecast the future, but that would require immense computer power and technology far beyond what we currently possess. So, have you ever wondered how this idea of fate came about? It can be seen as a psychological tool, a formula that humans have created to help us cope with difficult situations. In essence, fate is a way of understanding life's challenges, offering us comfort when things seem beyond our control.
Subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.